Hello and welcome to Clean Mind Today. This is a guided meditation to help you understand what it is to be a light worker, or perhaps you have a friend or family member who's a light worker and you'd like to learn more about that. Let's begin. Lightworkers are souls who carry a deep desire to spread light, kindness, compassion, peace, and of course love. They know that this is their mission. Sometimes they fight that mission with the obstacles of the outside world, but it's always there. And when the time comes, when someone is in need of counsel or help, or perhaps someone to just listen, they make themselves available. Lightworkers are attracted to spirituality. Lightworkers feel different from other people. They experience different kinds of obstacles on their way. Life provokes them to make their own path. Lightworkers are always, or nearly always, solitary individuals that don't fit into social structures neatly. The word lightworker may provoke a misunderstanding, since it lifts out a particular group of souls from the rest. It may be taken to suggest that this particular group is somehow better to the others. This line of thought is not consistent with the very nature and intent of light work. Any claim of superiority is an individual that is unenlightened or lacks light. This blocks your growth towards a free and loving consciousness. Lightworkers are not better or superior than anyone else. They simply have a different story to live, a different history of experiences than the ones not belonging to this group. Because of their history, which we will further talk about, they have certain characteristics which distinguish them as a group. Every soul becomes a light worker at some point in their lives. And even if you don't identify with being a light worker, You will have moments. You will have moments to shine, moments to shed light where there is darkness. And if you review your life right now, I'm sure you can come up with a couple moments, or perhaps just one, where you were indeed a light worker. The label light worker is not reserved to a limited number of souls. And the reason we use the word, term, or identification of light worker is because it carries associations and stirs memories within you that help you remember there is a practical reason to it all. Since the term is frequently used in your current spiritual literature and websites, perhaps self-improvement books, the historical roots of light workers is really more simple than you think. Light workers carry within them the ability to attain, and in some cases sustain, spiritual awakening. Faster than other souls. They carry the inner seeds for a rapid spiritual awakening. With regard to this, they seem to be on a faster track than most people, if they choose it, just as one may appear to be on a faster track to being a successful entrepreneur. It's just a path, it's a lane, it's a track. This again is not because light workers are in any way better or higher souls. They are, however, older than most souls presently incarnated on earth. They have lived many lifetimes. And so when I reference this, I'm not referencing their actual age in the present moment, but the fact that they've lived many lives. This older age should preferably be understood in terms of experience rather than time. There are people that could be 100 years old and not have the experiences of an individual that's 30 years old. And again, that doesn't make them better. But for a light worker to reach enlightenment, to spread light, they must experience some darkness. Light workers have reached a particular stage of enlightenment before they incarnate on earth and start their mission. They consciously choose to become entrenched in the karmic wheel of life. They understand that they are here to experience all forms of illusion and confusion that go with it. They do this in order to fully understand the life on earth experience. All these experiences enable them to fulfill their mission as a light worker. Only by going through all stages of illusion and ignorance themselves. And let me remind you that ignorance is not stupidity. Ignorance is just not knowing. Essentially, you don't know what you don't know. Light workers will eventually own the tools to help others achieve a state of true happiness. Why do light workers pursue this mission? To help other humans, thereby running the risk of losing themselves for ages in the heaviness and confusion and illusionals of earth life. This is a question we will deal with extensively below. For now, let's just say it's a type of karma. Light workers stood on the eve of humanity's birth on earth. They took part in the creation of man. They were co-creators of humanity. In the process of creation, they made choices and acted in ways which they became cognizant of how they affected people with their actions. And these actions and these acted in ways, moments, they regretted deeply afterwards. And they are here now to make up for their decisions back then. Before we go into this particular history, we will name a few characteristics of a light worker, which generally distinguish them from other souls on the planet. These psychological characteristics do not uniquely belong to light workers. And not all light workers will recognize all of them as theirs. By drawing up this list, we will outline the identity of the light worker, the characteristics, the outer behavior is of less importance than the inner motivation or internal intentions. What you feel inside, what the light worker feels inside is more important than what you show outside. Psychological characteristics and traits of light workers. Early on in their life, they feel different. many cases, they feel isolated from others, perhaps lonely or misunderstood, or just drifting, looking for answers. They will often become individualist, who will have to find their own unique ways in life. Sometimes they have trouble feeling at home. They rarely choose traditional jobs, and they walk away from organizational structures. Lightworkers are naturally anti-authority, which means they naturally resist decisions or values based solely on power or hierarchy. This anti-authority trait is present even if they seem shy or reserved. It is their very essence to not be a follower. Lightworkers feel drawn to helping people. Just as a therapist or a teacher helps their clients or their students. It may be a psychologist or a nurse or a doctor, or just a healer. Even if their profession is not about helping people in a direct manner, they'll find a way to help people outside of their profession. They will become the therapist at work, even though they're not a therapist in title at work. The intent to contribute to the higher good of humanity is clearly present. It's knocking at their door again and again. And in some case, competing with the structure of whatever society they live in. Their vision of life is colored by a spiritual sense of how all things are connected. They subconsciously carry memories with them of special events, special feelings, of helping individuals through their times of pain. Occasionally, they feel homesick for these spheres of moments in time. And sometimes they may feel like a stranger on Earth, because Earth has so many structures and societies and rules and authoritative figures that doesn't really line up with the light worker. They deeply honor and respect life, which often manifests and kindness and love for animals, perhaps a concern for the environment. The destruction of parts of the animal kingdom on earth by human doing invokes deep feelings of loss and grief with them. Seeing a tree chopped down, or an animal on the side of the road who's been run over affects them deeper than the average soul. They're sensitive, kind-hearted, compassionate, and of course, empathetic. They have trouble dealing with aggressive behavior, and they experience difficulties in standing up for themselves. They can be dreamy or what most would consider unrealistic. As well as insufficiently grounded. For example, down to earth. Because they pick up negative feelings and moods for people around them, it is important for them to spend time alone on a regular basis. This enables them to distinguish between their own feelings and those of others. They need solitary time to touch base with themselves, with nature, with the birds and the trees, the rivers and the lakes. For they have lived many lives on earth in which they were deeply involved with spirituality and or some type of religion. They were present in overwhelming numbers in the old religious orders of your past psychics, shamans, monks, nuns, priests. They were the ones providing a bridge between the visible and the invisible, between the daily context of life on earth and the mysterious, unknowing realms of the afterlife. Realms of God and the spirits of good and evil, light and dark, water, air, fire. Fulfilling this role, they were often rejected and possibly persecuted. Many were sentenced to the stake for the gifts you possessed. Perhaps the traumas of persecution left deep traces within your soul's memory. This may presently manifest as a fear of being fully grounded. A fear to be really present. because you remember in a past life, in a past time, subconsciously being attacked for who you were. Getting lost can be the lightworker's pitfall. Lightworkers can be caught up in the same states of ignorance, confusion, illusion as anyone else. Although they start from a different point of departure, their capacity to break through illusion, confusion, and fear in order to attain enlightenment may be blocked by many societal factors. By enlightenment, we mean the state of being in which you realize that you are essentially of light, capable of choosing light at any time. And one of the factors blocking the road to enlightenment for lightworkers is the fact that they carry a heavy karmic burden, which may have led them astray for quite some time. As stated before, this karmic burden is related to decisions they once made with regard to humanity in its infant stages. These decisions were essentially disrespectful of life. All lightworkers wish to set right some of their past mistakes and to restore and cherish what was destroyed because of those mistakes. They are not perfect people or perfect souls. They are essentially learning from their mistakes and making up for those mistakes by helping others. When lightworkers have made their way through the karmic burden, which means to release the need for power in any way, they realize that they are essentially beings of light. This will enable them to help others in finding their own true selves. But first, they'll have their own struggles, obstacles, traumas, bad relationships. They must go through some things, some painful things. They must feel what it's like for life to not be fair, to see both sides of the coin. Because without the sweet, you can't taste the sour. Without feeling cold, you would never know what it is to feel hot. It's polarization, it's understanding, it's hand in hand. This generally demands great determination and perseverance on the inner level of your spirit. Because society feeds them values and judgments which often go against their own natural impulses. They are often at odds with what they should do, how they should feel, based on family and friends or society structure. But deep down, they know that they are outside this structure, carving new paths, having to let go of old ideals that were imposed on them by authoritative figures. So many lightworkers do get lost, ending up in states of self-doubt, self-denial, hopelessness, and in some cases depression. And this is because they cannot fit into the established, structured, authoritative order of things, of environments that they live in. And they conclude there must be something terribly wrong with them. Ironically, there's nothing wrong with them. What lightworkers have to do at this point is to stop looking for validation from the outside. Validations from friends, family, colleagues, parents, grandparents, teachers, bosses, managers. At some point in time, you will have to take this leap and empower yourself to really believe in yourself, to truly be true to yourself and your natural inclinations, that inner knowing when your mind, your heart, and your gut all line up. This is your invitation to do so, to go within, in your spirit, in your soul, and those around you will support you in this journey. And just like you've helped so many people and people have helped you, remember this as the definition of empathy. I love you. I thank you. I forgive you. I'm sorry. And I'm doing my best. This is the self-talk a light worker can come back to.